Under the radiant sun, a multitude gathers, their faces turned towards the shimmering Sea of Galilee. A gentle breeze whispers across the water as Jesus stands in a small boat just offshore. The crowd is hushed, a sea of expectant faces reflecting the bright, hopeful day. Disciples stand near Jesus, their expressions a mixture of reverence and eager anticipation. An atmosphere of profound expectancy hangs in the air as all eyes remain fixed on Jesus. On the boat, Jesus raises his hand, a serene expression on his face as he addresses his disciples. The crowd on the shore dwindles as the day wanes, their figures silhouetted against the setting sunday. "Let us go over to the other side," Jesus declares, his voice calm yet resolute against the backdrop of the vast sea. The sails billow, catching the wind, a symphony of creaks and snaps filling the air as the boat prepares to depart. The boat slices through the water, leaving a frothy wake as it embarks on its journey, heading towards the distant horizon. The boat glides gently over the serene Sea of Galilee, its surface mirroring the tranquil sky above. Weary from teaching, Jesus rests in the stern, his figure radiating peace against the vast expanse of water. He is fast asleep, his head pillowed softly, oblivious to the world around him. The gentle rocking of the boat and the whisper of the waves lull him into a deeper slumber. The Sea of Galilee is suddenly besieged by a furious storm, the sky turning a menacing, churning gray. Waves rise like monstrous walls, threatening to swallow the small boat whole. Water crashes over the bow, each wave a relentless assault on their fragile vessel. The boat pitches violently, tossed about like a toy in the storm's merciless grip. Fear grips the disciples, their faces etched with terror as they battle the elements. The storm rages, a chaotic dance of wind and water, pushing the disciples to the brink. The boat is overwhelmed as water gushes in, turning their vessel into a sinking trap. Panic flares in the eyes of the disciples as they desperately fight against the relentless surge. Frantic movements fill the air as they bail water, their efforts increasingly futile against the rising tide. Each passing second amplifies their desperation, the weight of the encroaching water pressing down on them. On the tempestuous Sea of Galilee, lightning tears through the night sky, momentarily revealing the disciples' terror-stricken faces. Crashing waves assault the small boat, each surge a threat to consume them. Fear paralyzes some, while others desperately fight against the storm's fury. United by desperation, they scramble to awaken Jesus, their last hope against the raging elements. Their frantic voices rise above the storm, a chorus of fear and urgency. "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" they cry out, their plea echoing in the face of imminent disaster. Confined within the small boat, the disciples huddle, their faces masks of terror as the vessel is tossed mercilessly. Against the backdrop of the raging storm, Jesus rises, his figure a beacon of serenity amidst the chaos. The wind howls, and monstrous waves crash against the boat, threatening to engulf them all. Undaunted, Jesus turns to face the tempest, his gaze unwavering, his presence commanding. In a voice that cuts through the storm's fury, Jesus proclaims, "Peace, be still." An unnerving stillness descends as the wind dies down, and the waves submit to his will, leaving the disciples in stunned silence. The mournful howl of the wind dies down, leaving an eerie silence over the Sea of Galilee. The waters transform into a flawless mirror, reflecting the boundless heavens above. Moments ago gripped by terror, the disciples now stare in stunned silence, their faces pale with lingering fear. Illuminated by the serene light, their expressions slowly shift from fear to profound, overwhelming awe. Confined within the small boat, the disciples' bewilderment grows, their faces etched with concern. Silent questions pass between them, their eyes reflecting the storm's unrest. Unspoken fears hang heavy in the air, each disciple grappling with their own doubts. Jesus' voice cuts through the tension. "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" The boat glides silently, cutting through the tranquil waters of the Sea of Galilee. Golden sunlight pierces through the clouds, illuminating the distant shore of the Gerasenes. The first rays of dawn kiss the sandy beach as the boat gently arrives. Jesus steps onto the shore, his presence radiating serenity against the backdrop of the awakening day. His disciples follow, their faces reflecting a mix of anticipation and reverence in the soft morning light. A new chapter begins as they set foot on the land, ready to face whatever awaits them in the Gerasenes. Jesus emerges from the boat onto the tranquil shore, the sand glistening under the sunday. From the shadows of the distant tombs, a figure emerges, wild, untamed, and desperate. A man, naked and covered in earth, sprints with a frenzied energy towards the serene figure. His eyes blaze with a tormented intensity as he closes the distance, a stark contrast to the peaceful setting. The air crackles with unspoken tension as the wild man hurtles towards Jesus, a collision of worlds imminent. The shore watches, silent and expectant, as the drama unfolds between these two figures. Under the stark gaze of ancient tombs, a man's desperate scream pierces the silence. He collapses at Jesus' feet, a figure of utter terror and supplication. His voice, raw with fear, echoes in the desolate expanse. "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God?" His eyes wide with dread, he makes a desperate plea, seeking any assurance against the unknown. "Swear to God that you won't torture me," he cries, his words a chilling testament to his torment. In a stark flashback, the man is a figure of raw, untamed power, bound tightly with heavy chains. Muscles straining, he thrashes against his restraints, the metal biting into his skin. With a roar of defiance, he snaps the chains, the sound echoing through the ancient tombs. Townspeople swarm him, their faces etched with fear and desperation as they attempt to subdue him. Each attempt to control him is met with fierce resistance, his strength seemingly boundless. He is a whirlwind of fury, impossible to contain, his eyes blazing with wild, untamed energy. Under the desolate sky, Jesus fixes his gaze upon the man amidst the ancient tombs, the air heavy with unspoken dread. Jesus' voice cuts through the silence, a beacon in the gathering storm. "What is your name?" A chilling reply echoes from the depths of the man, a chorus of voices blending into one. "My name is Legion, for we are many." The man's form seems to flicker, as if struggling to contain the multitude within, his eyes burning with ancient torment. An oppressive silence descends once more, broken only by the wind whispering through the tombs, carrying with it the weight of countless souls. Under a merciless sun, a barren landscape unfolds, revealing ancient tombs etched into the harsh, unforgiving hillside. Grotesque demons writhe in tormented postures, their shadowy forms flickering as they grovel before Jesus. A chorus of tormented whispers rises from the demons, their voices blending into a desperate, pleading supplication. The demons' desperate plea cuts through the stillness. "Do not send us out of this area." Their tormented eyes fixate on a nearby herd as they beg, "Allow us to enter the herd of pigs feeding on the hillside." The air crackles with anticipation as the fate of the demons hangs in the balance, their grotesque forms a stark contrast to the serene landscape. On the hillside, Jesus' gaze holds immense power, a nod barely perceptible, yet charged with unspoken command. The very air crackles, an unseen energy rippling through the landscape, responding to his will. "Go!" Jesus commands, the single word carrying the weight of divine authority. Moments before scattered and snorting, the pigs now writhe as a dark mass. They huddle together against the vivid green of the hillside, a stark contrast of chaos and serenity. From the hillside, a tidal wave of 2,000 pigs surges forward, their hooves pounding the earth in a frantic descent. The ground trembles as the mass of swine hurtles down the steep slope, an unstoppable force of nature. A cacophony of desperate squeals pierces the air, a symphony of impending doom as they plunge headlong toward the sea. The chaotic splash as the pigs meet the water, a churning vortex of flesh and foam, marking the end of their panicked flight. Across the tranquil countryside, a scene of utter chaos erupts as shepherds scatter in wild panic, their livestock forgotten. Faces contorted with disbelief and raw fear, they abandon their pastoral lives, driven by an unseen terror. They surge towards the distant town, a desperate tide of humanity fleeing the inexplicable. Each step is fueled by the urgency to share the unbelievable news that has shattered their peaceful existence. The idyllic countryside is now a backdrop to their terror, the air thick with unspoken dread and the frantic pounding of feet. Drawn by an unseen force, people emerge cautiously from their homes, their eyes wide with a mix of fear and anticipation. A crowd swells along the shore, a sea of faces reflecting curiosity mingled with deep apprehension. At the heart of the gathering stands Jesus, an island of serenity amidst the rising tide of human emotion. Nearby, the disciples watch, their expressions a study in awe and solemn understanding. The man, once tormented, now stands among them, his face radiant with a newfound and profound peace. His eyes, once clouded with darkness, now reflect the boundless light that emanates from Jesus. The shoreline becomes a stage for cautious anticipation as townspeople gather, their expressions a mix of apprehension and curiosity. He sits calmly on the shore, an enigma wrapped in normalcy, fully dressed and seemingly at peace with the world. An invisible barrier of fear separates him from the onlookers, each step forward measured with trepidation. The air crackles with unspoken questions, a silent dialogue between the man and the wary townsfolk. His serene demeanor contrasts sharply with the palpable tension radiating from the crowd, a moment of suspended animation as both parties assess each other, the sea providing a vast, indifferent backdrop to their encounter. A hushed crowd assembles on the shore, their faces etched with a mixture of fear and morbid curiosity. Whispers ripple through the crowd as eyewitnesses animatedly recount the horrific tale. "He was like a wild animal, possessed by something dark and terrible," one witness exclaims, their eyes wide with remembered terror. Another voice rises above the murmurs, painting a scene of mass hysteria. "And then, the pigs, they charged into the lake." Fearful glances are exchanged among the townspeople, their unease palpable as they question, "Demons? Here? What does this mean?" A sense of dread settles over the gathering, a shared conviction taking root. "We must be careful. This place is cursed." On the shore, a crowd kneels in the sand, faces contorted with awe and terror as the relentless waves crash. Wild gestures punctuate their desperate pleas, voices rising in a chorus of fear and supplication. Amidst the turmoil, Jesus and his disciples stand firm, a silent island in a sea of panic. The townspeople cry out in unison, their voices laced with desperation, "Leave us, please, leave us. We cannot understand what you have done." Their pleas intensify, tinged with a growing dread. "This place is not for you. Go, before something worse happens." The unspoken fear hangs heavy in the air, a palpable barrier between the divine visitors and the terrified town. Sunlight glints off the water as Jesus steps into the humble boat, the wood worn smooth by countless voyages. At the edge of the boat, a man kneels, his posture a mixture of desperation and reverence. The man's eyes, once haunted, now reflect a fragile hope as he looks towards Jesus. The man implores, his voice thick with emotion, begging for something just out of reach. "Begs to go with him," the man pleads, his words hanging in the air like a whispered prayer. The gentle rocking of the boat mirrors the turmoil in the man's heart, seeking solace and a new path. On the tranquil shore, Jesus stands, an aura of serenity radiating from him. His gaze is fixed upon the man, a deep well of compassion evident in his eyes. However, a resolute firmness underlies his gentle expression. Jesus speaks, his voice carrying across the sand, "Go home to your own people and tell them how much the Lord has done for you. And tell them how he has had mercy on you," Jesus concludes, his words echoing with profound grace. In the vast countryside, a lone man walks away from the lingering crowd, his silhouette shrinking against the horizon. He begins to share his story throughout the Decapolis, his voice echoing with the weight of transformation. Town people gather, their faces etched with curiosity as they listen to his every word. His testimony unfolds, recounting the miraculous deeds of Jesus, each word painting a vivid picture of hope and redemption. Awe and wonder ripple through the crowd, their faces reflecting the profound impact of his story, hearts touched by the divine. In the heart of the village square, a weathered man stands tall, his eyes gleaming like polished stones, a beacon of hope in a sea of uncertainty. His voice rings out, filled with fervor and gratitude, each word a testament to a journey through darkness into light. The villagers, once huddled together in fear, now gather around him, their faces etched with curiosity and wonder, drawn to his compelling narrative. Some lean forward, their eyes fixed on the man, eager to absorb every word, every nuance of his extraordinary tale. Others exchange glances, a silent dialogue passing between them as they grapple with the weight and promise of his testimony. The village square transforms into a crucible of hope as the man's radiant face illuminates the path from despair to belief, igniting a spark of change within their hearts. Within the hallowed synagogue, the man's voice resonates, weaving a tale that challenges the very foundations of belief. Skepticism etches deep lines on some faces, their brows furrowed in disbelief, while others lean in, a fragile hope flickering in their eyes. The weight of his extraordinary narrative fractures the community, cleaving it into opposing factions of belief and doubt. The sacred space becomes a battleground for faith, as the man's words hang heavy in the air, testing the boundaries of what they dare to believe. Under the vast sky, Jesus and his disciples embark once more, leaving the shores behind. A gentle breeze fills the sails as their vessel cuts through the tranquil Sea of Galilee. The rhythmic lapping of water against the hull creates a soothing melody, a backdrop to their journey. Sunlight dances on the water's surface, casting a golden glow upon their faces. A shared sense of fulfillment and serenity washes over the disciples as they reflect on their mission. The horizon beckons, promising new adventures and challenges for the travelers. Dim light fills the boat's interior, the gentle rocking a constant reminder of the sea's power. The disciples sit in quiet contemplation, the recent storm and Jesus' miraculous calming of the waves still vivid in their minds. Their faces, etched with awe, reflect a burgeoning understanding of the events they've witnessed. Jesus observes them with a serene expression, the weight of his mission heavy in his gaze. The disciples reflect on the events they have witnessed, their faith strengthened by Jesus' power and compassion. The boat glides silently across the Sea of Galilee, its wooden frame a dark outline against the vibrant sunset. Above, the sky blazes with fiery hues, painting the horizon with strokes of hope and renewal. The setting sun casts long shadows on the water, each ripple reflecting the profound impact of Jesus' ministry. The air is still, carrying the scent of the sea and the promise of a new dawn. As the boat journeys towards the horizon, it carries with it the unspoken dreams and quiet faith of those aboard. The Gerasene countryside stretches out, vast and serene under the clear day, a landscape reborn after turmoil. Tranquility blankets the hills, where the echoes of chaos have faded into the gentle rustle of the wind. The land begins to heal, its scars slowly knitting together with the promise of new growth. Life returns to the fields, mirroring the inner peace found by one who once knew only torment. The sun casts long shadows, a silent witness to the restoration of both man and land. In the quietude, a sense of hope permeates the air, a testament to the enduring power of healing. The ancient tombs stand in stark relief against the daylight, their silent stones bearing witness to ages past. The darkness that once clung to these hallowed grounds has been utterly vanquished, leaving behind an echoing emptiness. Tranquility descends, a palpable peace settling over the silent city of the dead. The tombs, now devoid of their former dread, stand as solemn monuments under the vast, indifferent sky. Sunlight bathes the village square as life stirs anew, a testament to resilience after the storm. Children's laughter rings out, their carefree joy, a poignant symphony against the backdrop of rebuilding. The villagers emerge, their faces etched with a blend of sorrow and hope, as they begin to piece their lives back together. Each hammer blow, each shared smile, is a step toward healing, a collective promise of a brighter future. Though forever changed, the community stands united, their spirits unbroken, their hearts open to the dawn of a new beginning. The hillside, once barren, now bursts with vibrant life, a testament to nature's resilience. Lush greenery carpets the landscape, where pigs once roamed, replaced by a scene of fertile abundance. Sunlight bathes the hillside, highlighting the rich textures of new growth and blossoming flowers. The air is filled with the promise of new beginnings, a living testament to transformation and renewal. Across the vast Decapolis, a lone figure walks, his voice carrying on the wind, resonating with newfound purpose. "I was once lost, but now I am found," the man proclaims, his words echoing through the bustling landscapes. Travelers whisper, their faces alight with curiosity and wonder, "Have you heard the story of the delivered man?" His message, a beacon of hope, spreads like wildfire, igniting hearts and minds throughout the Decapolis. The tale of transformation transcends borders, carried by word of mouth to the farthest reaches of the land. Sunlight streams through sheer curtains, casting a gentle glow upon the gathered families. Faces alight with rapt attention, they lean forward, drawn into the unfolding stories. Tales of Jesus and the delivered man fill the air, each word resonating with the promise of redemption. The cozy homes become sanctuaries of faith, anticipation hanging heavy in the air. Hearts swell with hope, an unspoken desire for a profound connection with the divine. Their hearts are filled with hope and faith, inspiring them to seek a deeper connection with God. Under the bright day, a vibrant gathering of people flocks toward the synagogues, their eager faces illuminated with hope and curiosity. A palpable sense of anticipation fills the air as the crowd eagerly seeks enlightenment from Jesus' revolutionary teachings. Within the synagogues, religious leaders, adorned in traditional robes, stand as bastions of ancient customs, their expressions thoughtful and conflicted. A silent struggle ensues as they grapple with the profound challenge of reconciling time-honored traditions with Jesus' radical message of love and compassion. The weight of their decision hangs heavy, poised between the comfort of the familiar and the call of a new transformative era. Under the vast sky, sun-kissed travelers journey along dusty roads, their weathered faces etched with the stories of the land. Their voices rise and fall, carrying tales of a miraculous man named Jesus, a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness. Have you heard of the man delivered from darkness? Jesus, they call him, the bringer of light, one traveler proclaims, his words resonating with fervent belief. Another adds, his story is a testament to the power of faith and the boundless compassion of the Savior, their words echoing with divine conviction. Dust motes dance in the golden sunlight as the travelers walk, each step deepening their spiritual quest. The tales of Jesus ripple outwards, transforming lives and igniting a flame of hope in the hearts of those who listen. The Sea of Galilee stretches out, a vast expanse of tranquil blue under the clear sky. Ripples gently caress the shore, whispering tales of the storm that once raged here. Sunlight dances on the water's surface, each glint a promise of peace and renewal. The air is still, carrying the scent of fresh water and distant fields. A profound sense of serenity permeates the scene, a balm for troubled souls. The Sea of Galilee embodies the quiet assurance of hope, its calm surface reflecting the promise of tranquility. A close-up captures the radiant face of a woman, her eyes sparkling with newfound hope. An elderly man's weathered face softens, gratitude etching itself into every line as he reflects on Jesus' ministry. A young child's innocent eyes reflect pure, unadulterated faith, a testament to the transformative power of belief. Tears of joy stream down a mother's face, her heart overflowing with love and appreciation for the blessings received. In the collective gaze of the faithful, a shared light of hope and unwavering belief shines brilliantly, illuminating their hearts. On a sun-drenched hill, the delivered man stands silhouetted against the vast Gerasene countryside. His arms are outstretched, a gesture of profound gratitude that seems to embrace the entire landscape. He stands as a beacon of hope, his figure a stark contrast to the history of marginalization and oppression. The wind whispers through the hills, carrying his silent thanks across the land. Heaven unfolds in radiant glory, sunlight piercing through ethereal clouds, painting the celestial realm in divine light. Angels, serene and luminous, populate the sacred space, their forms glowing with otherworldly grace. A chorus of harmonious voices ascends, filling the air with praise, celebrating man's deliverance and the enduring message of Jesus. The very atmosphere vibrates with potent divine energy, a tangible manifestation of God's boundless love and infinite mercy. Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men, the angels proclaim, their voices echoing through eternity. Bathed in the warmth of the sun, the village emerges as a haven, where every corner whispers tales of recovery and rebirth. Villagers move with newfound resolve, their hands intertwined in acts of kindness, nurturing the wounded spirits around them. Resources flow like a river of generosity, each drop a testament to their shared commitment and unwavering support. The very air vibrates with compassion, an invisible embrace binding the community together in a symphony of healing. Bathed in the golden light of day, the tombs stand transformed, a place of serenity where fear once reigned. Faces etched with reverence, people gather, their presence a testament to a life delivered. A collective remembrance fills the air, honoring the man and celebrating the profound power of love. The tombs resonate with the echoes of hope, each stone a silent witness to a boundless love. The hillside bursts forth with life, a vibrant tapestry woven from the threads of nature's finest hues. A lush garden sprawls across the landscape, each petal and leaf singing a silent hymn of abundance. The land stands as a testament to divine creation, a sanctuary where beauty thrives under the benevolent gaze of the heavens. Hope blossoms anew, a vibrant symbol of renewal for all souls touched by the grace of Jesus' ministry. Under the vast sky of the Decapolis, the delivered man walks, his figure a beacon against the rugged landscape. His voice, clear and strong, carries across the plains, each word a testament to his unwavering belief. He journeys to the farthest reaches, where hope has faded into the dust. In isolated villages, faces etched with despair turn towards the sound of his voice, a spark of curiosity igniting in their eyes. His story breathes new life into weary hearts, guiding the lost back towards the path of light. In the hidden depths of human hearts, tiny seeds of faith begin to sprout, reaching for the light. Love blossoms, compassion deepens, and a fervent desire to serve ignites within them. Inspired, they walk a path of devotion, their spirits mirroring the teachings of Jesus. Lives transform into testaments of kindness, echoing with selfless acts and unwavering belief. The Sea of Galilee glistens, a mirror reflecting the boundless sky, its tranquil surface barely ruffled by the memory of the recent storm. Sunlight dances on the water, each ripple a whisper of enduring power and divine presence. The air is alive with a sense of peace, carrying echoes of love and profound compassion. Across the tranquil expanse, the legacy of faith stretches, inspiring hope in the hearts of all who look upon it. The Sea of Galilee stands as a timeless testament, its serene beauty a beacon of unwavering belief. The Gerasene countryside basks in the golden light of day, a panorama of rolling hills and verdant fields. A gentle breeze whispers through the trees, carrying the scent of wildflowers and freshly turned earth. The land, once scarred and desolate, now flourishes with new life, a vibrant testament to transformation. Sunlight dances on the surface of a tranquil lake, reflecting the boundless hope that permeates the air. Birds soar through the sky, their joyful melodies echoing the restoration that has taken root in this sacred place. The Gerasene countryside stands as a beacon, a symbol of healing, love, and the boundless potential of faith. The sun bleeds across the Gerasene countryside, igniting the rolling hills with the fire of sunset. Golden light bathes the landscape, a brief, glorious moment of warmth before darkness descends. Amber shadows stretch and deepen, cloaking the fields in mystery as the day's final light fades. The horizon glows with the promise of hope, even as twilight obscures the path ahead. The countryside breathes a sigh, settling into the quiet embrace of the approaching night. A symbol of eternal love and compassion, the sunset paints the sky, a beacon in the darkest times.